What up? What up? What up? What's good, everybody? Y'all give it a second. Let me check and make sure we are good before I start. Surprisingly, we have got started on time today. As soon as that countdown hit zero, I click go live. So, round of applause for KD. Anywho, man, today we're going to be reacting to Rivah TV. All right, shout out to Miss Rivah, man. She has a dope channel. She's over there doing some phenomenal things. And I can tell you right now, we're not going to get through this whole entire video. So if you do want to see the entire video, go check out Rivah TV, and you guys can go check out the entire video. So the title of this video is Men Need Sex. Let that soak in. Let that marinate a little bit. Men need sex, and this is coming from a woman. And I'm at the point now where I want to have the conversation, but it just makes it even better when it's coming from the opposite sex, right? I think. You know what I'm saying? Something that. All right, good. Yeah, something that a lot of men have been saying for ages, right? And I just figured we would go ahead and address this thing. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. Let's see. Let's go ahead and bump up this audio a little bit so we can hear. And I believe this was done a while ago, man.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome in. Make sure that if you guys are tuning into the stream, that you guys do go ahead and hit that like button. For sure. As soon as you guys come in, if you forgot,
Yeah, hit that like button on this one too. Go check her out. Hit her like button. Make sure y'all hit this one too.
hit it.
Run it up.
Just make sure you guys hit the like button. So I do, normally I be starting at a different time or I start a little later. We're not gonna be on here all night, but I actually have a series of live streams of certain conversations that I want to have, but I could not begin that or begin the conversation without starting off with this topic. Okay. So again, if you guys are in the stream, make sure you guys do hit that like button. So I want to say, first of all, okay, first things first. I did a reaction video on my TikTok page. As I do here, I do my reaction.
Man, you gotta be careful. TikTok is dangerous. I do not recommend people going on TikTok having these type of discussions because TikTok, fellas, ladies, whatever, y'all gotta be careful, man. TikTok is banning people left and right. They getting y'all up off that platform. Be careful when you're having these type of discussions on the platform.
Here on TikTok, obviously the time span for doing reactions is very limited. Okay, so on TikTok you can do a reaction that is 60 seconds, that is I think a minute. No, 60 seconds. No, it's
96?
Is it 60 seconds, 2 minutes and 3 minutes, something like that. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, something like that, y'all. Something like that. Okay, don't quote me because I don't remember right now. Actually, let me just look. It is.
Y'all forgive me. One of my neighbors just recently got like a Mustang Cobra or something like that. So yeah, they race up and down the street like some nitwicks.
We don't have time for that, guys. Okay, let's forget about it. I believe it's 1 minute, 2 minute, and 3 minutes. In this particular reaction video, I actually did a reaction of the entire and had the entire conversation on my channel. But on the reaction video on my TikTok that got over 200,000 views, it was only a.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I know half of the people. If she's talking about me and these, man, I know well over half of the people was getting on her, jumping on her case. Man, it's insane over there on TikTok, boy.
A 60-second clip. Okay. And in the clip, it was a woman saying the conversation based off of, we're gonna bring it all the way back. Okay, we're gonna bring this conversation all the way back to the beginning so that you guys can thoroughly understand why I brought this conversation to you guys. I do see Bobby in the chat. Shout out to you. Hello, hello. Hi, Miss Eugene. How are you doing? I see feminine TV saying, hey, Rivah, hey.
I love it. I love it. I love seeing comments like that. My bad.
But hey, girl, I hope you stick around because I am going to be taking callers and I do want to hear everybody's perspective on this conversation. I see Aaron. Hello. Shout out to you, Gregory, as well. I can't get to everybody, but I will be, acknowledging you guys as much as I can. But I want to get to the conversation. Again, don't forget to hit the like button. So anyways, okay. In this 60-second clip, the conversation was stemming from a woman having a conversation on a panel, and she was saying that, there is a time limit to how much she can tell her man no intimately, okay, in regards to sex.
Okay, I'm kind of curious, like, where I honestly didn't think that it was going this is interesting.
There's a time limit. It's not going to be a situation where she can just say no for 3 months, 6 months at a time.
3 months.
She understands that because he has needs, that she is going to take that into consideration being in the relationship with him.
What?
Right? She's not 100% going to be like, okay, she's so gung-ho about it. She really, really wants to do it. She's really excited to sleep with him. Like, every situation is not going to reflect that. Not every time that one partner wants to be intimate, the other partner is in the same exact mood. And she was saying that even if he is ready and she is not in that same exact mood, what she is going to do is she is going to make sure that if she said no, for example, I'm just throwing this out there. This is not permanent. This is just take this very light. Okay. I'm just throwing this out there. For example, like if she says no, maybe 2 or 3 times in a row, maybe the 4th time, even if she still doesn't feel like it, she's going to say yes because she understands that he has needs. This one,
bro, fellas, before she really gets into this, man, this is why it is so important for you to get with someone that you align with. You know what I mean? Like, oh, man. Woo! Thankfully, I am so glad. I'm so glad. I'm so blessed. I'm so thankful for me choosing the right type of people, man. If you're not giving off certain type of vibes, and I'm not talking about whole vibes, but I think that the person that you are with, it's good. It's definitely a bonus for them to be, the young lady to somewhat be obsessed with you. And I'm just speaking, and I'm just speaking from experience. Like, I can't wait. As soon as we leave this damn store, I'm talking about the jumping on you. Like, what? Man, look, man, come on, fam. Yes, you want that type. Now, I know a lot of fellas say that they want it, but they can't handle a young lady that had that type of mindset. Be careful what you wish for. A lot of y'all sex drive ain't as high as y'all think it is. It's really not, especially when you get with someone that's constantly craving you, man. It just hit different, fellas. I'm telling you, man.
Woman in the video was also saying, well, I used to be that type of woman. This is what she said. I used to be that type of woman that only my feelings mattered. I only cared about how I felt.
No.
If I didn't want to, well then, so too bad, too sad. He just has to deal with my feelings, and he's gonna have to wait until I feel like it before he gets any. I don't care if he has needs, wants, desires. I don't care if it's been 3 months. If I don't want to, I'm not gonna do it.
Wow.
So me being me, okay, me being me, I decided to do a reaction video, as I stated before, and My response was, okay, men need sex. For men, it is a need, and for women, it is a want.
That's still, honestly, it depends on what type of young lady that you get with. And I'm telling you, I'm speaking from experience. When you are around or with a certain type of young lady that, again, she just craves you, fellas, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, right? You gotta, hey, listen, man, listen, check. I'm not trying to brag anything right now. I'm being honest with y'all. Fellas, it's a few different books that you guys need to recommend, man. And you need to understand a woman's body, how a woman's body operate, getting a young lady to climax, all of these different things. It is important to educate yourself about women and their body. And I'm telling you, I'm speaking from experience. It changes everything. All right, it changes every freaking thing. It will go from a woman that's used to only wanting sex to needing it with you because of what you are giving, all that you were giving.
Okay. If you're in a relationship with a man and you do not feel like it, if you do not feel like, you don't want to do this and you don't want to do that, you have to understand that he has needs. And if those needs are not met by you, somebody gonna do it.
It should be you.
Somebody will be willing and able to fulfill that same exact need that you do not want to fulfill.
Definitely should be. Should be you.
Okay.
And before we get into this video, before we get too deep in, I will say this. Like, listen, this is not every day, all the day. This is not all the time. There are going to be sometimes, some days where, someone isn't feeling like it. And under no circumstance is that saying that, listen, every single last time that this guy, you're supposed to, no. People have their days. They have their times. But in most cases, you know what I mean? If a guy's asking for something, it's important that you feel that need or whatever. So just make sure that you align yourself with the type of person that you can get with long term. Like, all of these conversations need to be had up front. Like, hey, how did the sex drive? Like, when we get to that point, before we start having sex, I need to know how did the sex drive? You're one of those people that I need to know.
And when I said that, the crowd went wild.
Yeah.
I had the ladies on TikTok. I had every feminist you could think of on TikTok in my messages. Oh, you support misogyny, you support the patriarchy, and they were going in on me like some people were going as far as, oh, if I saw you in the street, it would be up, like, over me saying that men need intimacy in their relationship.
That's cool.
And you have to understand that for men, it is a need. This is what I said. And for women, it is a want. And they were mad. They were mad. They wanted to square up with your girl. They came up out their face to your girl because of a 60-second video. And I wanted to really.
And I'm gonna put this out there as well. So I'm on Rivah's TikTok right now, and I don't even think that video is up. And see, this is what I'm talking about, man. They will remove your content. She said that video had almost 200. No, to be how long can? Oh, never mind. It's actually still there. My bad. It's still up there. It's actually pinned to the top.
Really get into this because a lot of women. They just get this twisted over and over and over again. Okay? A lot of women get this so twisted, like they're like, oh, well, no, this was the main comment, the main trend that I saw over and over again. Oh, no, it's my body and this, and nobody deserves my body unless I feel like it. And they were using words like, oh, that's coercion, because if he is forcing you to do it, then it's because, and you shouldn't have to do this. If you, it's a very simple conversation. Nobody said anything about force. Nobody said anything about him being manipulative. Nobody ever said that you cannot stand this person and you do not want to do it at all because you are not intimately connected with this person.
And that would be enough. That would be a problem. That would be a huge problem. You're not connected with your person. Like you're around your person, but you don't never like you're never in the mood. That's an issue. That is a huge issue. And it's probably important that you go seek some therapy and maybe even take them to therapy. Like both of y'all need to seek some counseling. It's a reason why. I mean, I'm pretty sure, hopefully, things didn't start off this way. But if it got like that, like over time or whatever, then you need to go seek some help, some professional advice. All right. We have passed, just trying to deal with certain situations and things by ourselves because we see where that has gotten a lot of us by our mother loving self. All right. If you want to do better, you want to be better. Sometimes it's going to take, you going to go seek help from a professional. And you may have to spend some money.
And he got to, put the elbow to your chest and accumulate it. Nobody said that. It's just a plain conversation about the nature of men, nature of women. Shout out to you, Noah Crockett. Shout out to you, Scam Likely, for stepping into the chat. And remember, guys, if you guys are coming in, don't forget to hit that like button on this stream. But it's as simple as that. Okay, it is as simple as that. It's about nature. If we look into the nature, right? Let's look into literal nature, for example. When we see animals, okay, the male animal be impregnating everything. Okay, y'all know I like lions, so let's use lions for an example. If a lion even see a lioness that even look like she about that, she's pregnant with the cubs. She's joining the camp. Like, men are wired. Men can biologically, because of their makeup, men can biologically impregnate, okay, more than one woman in the span of 9 months. In 9 months,
your boy can go ham. Your boy he can start to create a whole nother tribe in 9 months.
If that man is as active as he wants to be, okay, he can get a woman pregnant every single day for 30 days, for 9 months.
That's true.
Do you know how many kids that is? Just think about it.
That's facts.
Okay.
To keep everything a band, it ain't even got to be one per day. The amount of sperm that a man generates in 24 hours, that man, depending on his stamina and everything, man, listen, man, he can put that thing in tubes and like if we being honest, like he can impregnate. Like the list goes on, man. I don't even think you can actually put a number on that thing. The amount of people or the amount of women that he can impregnate in a span of 9 months. Man,
we're gonna be real technical on this stream, and you know why? Because, like I said, they was coming for your girl. Okay, they was coming for your girl. Like I said something wrong, and I know I'm not crazy.
Nah, you ain't crazy.
Over 200 something thousand views on this video, and the feminists, the women empowerment crew, the sisterhood was coming at me swinging. Oh, I know you can't be this loud or wrong. I know you can't be this dumb. I know you can't be this stupid.
Oh, she got to be all that. Good grief.
Just being real. Just being real. Okay. If a man in the span of 9 months has sex with a woman every single day, let's say all the months have 30 days, This man will impregnate 270 women.
Wow.
You hear that?
That's on the low end. Too.
Almost 300 women this man can get pregnant in a 9-month span. And this is just a man, I said once a day. Okay, right. One time a day, one woman a day. If he knows 270 women, meets a new one every day, and they all want to get pregnant, he can impregnate each and every one of them so long as they're able to get pregnant.
Yeah, that part.
So long as his sperm is extremely active, he can impregnate every single one of those women and have 270 children by the end of those 9 months.
So I thought you said 71.
What's very interesting, okay, is according to the biology of a woman, in that same exact 9-month span, this woman can only get pregnant one time. The minute that she gets pregnant, let's say she gets pregnant right now and he impregnates her right now, as soon as she is already pregnant, she
in the house for 9 months.
Can't get pregnant again. She can't get re-pregnant. She can't re-fertilize. Come on, y'all. The sperm can't get re-fertilized again and she get pregnant all over again. So based upon our biology, by our makeup, we are vastly different when it comes to sex. I don't care. Like, I don't care what other we're gonna have the full conversation, but just with that alone, you can't get re-pregnant. It's not gonna happen. Impossible. Sorry, guys. That was a it sounded like some kind of alarm or whatever, but it's fixed.
Man, listen, I thought that was over here. I started looking around like, hold on, is it somebody else? Let me make sure.
Fixed now. Anyways, it's not gonna happen. So when we look into nature itself, again, biology itself, we understand that men and women are different, right? Okay, good. Let's move on.
And this is the conversation that I have daily to get certain people to understand that men and women are not the same. It's not even close. We're different. Different rules apply. And stop trying to make it seem that way, that we are all the same and the same rules apply for it. No, it don't work like that.
I made the statement that for men, it is a need, and for women, it is a want.
I disagree with that, though. That's one thing I do disagree with this live stream. Y'all let me know. Do y'all disagree with that? I know a young lady that would definitely disagree with that.
And most people would say, but Rivah, I get what you're saying, but for both parties, it's a need. And again, guys, if you're passing through, even if you're just peeking in on this conversation, please don't forget to hit that like button. Please. It helps me. Please. Okay. So if a man, we already know it's nature, biology, whatever. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. But a woman, it's a want for a woman. It's a need for a man, because most of the times, I got my train of thought back. Most of the time in relationships or marriages, let's use marriage, for example. Let's just say this is only about marriage. Okay. We're not going to even use the spectrum of dating in this conversation. We're only going to use marriage. So let's just say, for the sake of the conversation, we're just talking about marriage for the sake of the conversation. A lot of the complaints that men have in marriages is that the first thing to go in a marriage is what?
Wait.
What's the first thing that men say go in marriage? The first thing that they said flies out the door. It is sex. That's the first complaint that men have. And it's not because he doesn't want to. It's not because he hasn't tried. It's not because he hasn't asked her to. It's because she don't feel like it. Okay? So that would leave me to believe that for women, it has to be a want. And for men, it has to be a need.
Okay.
Because it is very rare, very.
And I believe I may be wrong on this, but I believe Rivah has been married before. I think she has been married before. So she is speaking based on experience. If she has been married, I believe she has though. I believe she got married like really really young.
Very rare that you hear a woman in a relationship start complaining and saying, "Oh, he doesn't sleep with me enough. Oh, he doesn't sleep with me. I don't get it enough." A lot of the women are like, "Get off me. Move."
Now listen, yeah, I will agree. Majority do say that. I have heard of a majority saying that, and it's kind of mixed with the TV shows and everything that I think, because those things sometimes blend together. The TV shows and actually hearing that from person to person or whatever. Like yeah, but there are women out there. I don't like to really focus on the small percent, but there are women out there that say they don't get it enough. They send their husband not keep it up. And fellas, that is why it's important for you to stay active in the gym, work out, and I promise you, your testosterone, those hormone levels, all of those things will pick up when you start to eat better, when you start to work out, and when you start to drink more water. The reason why a lot of y'all, are kind of like getting dull down there is because you are less active than you were before you got that young lady. Because a lot of y'all are probably playing ball, you're doing all of these different things, and then you get a young lady, you got some in-house, and y'all get lazy, you get content, you get complacent, and you stop going to the gym as much, you stop eating as healthy as you used to eat, and you stop drinking like water and things like that. It is important for you to keep yourself up in these relationships in order to be able to keep up, especially if you have a young lady with a hot sex drive. That's so freaking important. Man, listen, that thing got to be up from sun up to sundown, family, especially if you're in the house. Even if you're a busy man, as soon as you come home, I got your shower waiting on you, your slippers and everything. You can't even get out the doggone shower good. Like I'm drying off. Come on.
Leave me alone.
Shit.
Again, I got a headache. Like we hear that saying, "Oh, I got a headache." Like we know that from movies because it is imitating real life, where women constantly be like, "I don't want to. I don't feel like it. I'm not in the mood." It's a very systematic thing.
Right.
Very systematical. So that again would lead me to believe that for women it is a want, for men it is a need. But to be honest with you, both parties need it. But in the state of the way that women react with it, or the way that women use it, and even weaponize it, because we're going to go there too. The way that women will be in an argument, "Oh, now you're not getting any.
Shit.
Oh, you made me mad? Well, now you're not getting this. Now I'm withholding. Now you can't have it. It's mine."
Never had that problem. Never had those type of discussions. Thank God. Not one young lady that I have been with has ever said anything close to that mess. Close to it. Man, listen, if we mad, we upset, they'll go to that little corner. But before long, that boy get out the doggone shower, whatever I was mad at, we ain't even gonna worry about that. Fellas, you need to educate yourself on the woman body, how those things operate. I'm telling you, it changes everything.
Fine. Leave me alone. No, don't touch me because I belong to me, and you can't have this because I'm angry. Women weaponize it.
Feel it for y'all.
They run from it, figuratively and literally.
You know what I'm saying? If they running from it, that's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Give her a break, man. Give her a break. Everybody can't handle all.
Figuratively and literally, they run from it. So again, that would lead me to the conclusion that for women, it is a want, and for men, it is a need.
She must have people down in the comments that disagree.
Bottom line, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I think that's a fair assessment. Wouldn't you guys say? Wouldn't you guys say that's a fair assessment? If you weaponize it, if you always trying to figure out a way that you can get out of the situation when it comes to sex, then that would make me feel like you don't need it. Well, you don't need it then.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because if it's something that's a need for you, when you angry, that's not you. That don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about y'all, but I mean, for me, what does angry have to do with it? That's not even a part of the car. That is something else, sir. That is a different part of the conversation, sir. We will deal with that when we get with it. And most of the time, I'm going off on a tangent a little bit.
Come on with it.
But most of the time, the argument that you have, if you actually want to solve things and resolve it,
Listen,
if you actually want to resolve the situation, what you should do is get in the bed, because it's going to be a lot easier to have that same exact conversation after all that pent-up tension has gone through the window.
I like the way she think. Hey, I like the way she think. Hey, shout out to Rivah. Shout out to Rivah TV, man. Y'all go hit that subscribe button over there on her page.
If we keeping it real.
Keep it a band. Keep it a band.
If it was a need for you, you wouldn't weaponize it. You wouldn't run from it.
Yeah.
You would say, okay, well, let's compartmentalize.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. If we arguing, we're going to keep the argument on topic. If we arguing about who's cleaning the dishes, that has nothing to do with intimacy.
Yep.
Let's keep this apart. Now, if the argument is something that is connected to the intimacy, i.e. cheating, i.e. stepping out, i.e. trust broken, that's a completely different conversation. Completely different conversation. Duh. Okay? Duh. But a lot of y'all be mad that he left the light on all night, and then you talking about, oh, well, see, that's why I'm not giving you none. Okay, well, you didn't want to. You just looked for a reason. You were looking for a scapegoat. You found one. You were so happy when you found it, because now you got out of it again. That means for majority of women, for a lot of women, it is a want, not a need. That's my take. Okay. And again, even if you're just passing through the live stream, don't forget to hit that like button. The feminist was beating me bad, okay? It was all up on my head top.
That's the whole entire TikTok. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what anybody says. You say anything about relationships, you say anything about, men, women, whatever. I promise you, the majority of people that are on that TikTok platform are feminists. Yeah, I said it. Yes, I said I'm gonna start a whole channel. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start a whole TikTok about that. And watch how quickly that thing blows up, boy, from views and comments. I'm gonna start one. I'm gonna start one this month. 0 followers. I'm gonna show y'all in real time how quickly that thing. And I want y'all to pay close attention to how many people up under them comments are feminists on TikTok now.
Okay, trying to tell me that what I'm saying doesn't make any sense, and I was trying to explain to a lot of the women. Edward, look at you on your job. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Edward, for being on your job. I appreciate this. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to this channel. And again, yes, don't only just hit the like button. If you like the conversation, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button as well. Thank you so much, Edward. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So let's continue. Okay. A lot of these women that I was having these conversations with, they were really upset about it. Okay. They were really, really upset about the way that I was having this conversation, and your body, your choice, you're this, you're that. And I'm like, yeah, but if I was telling you to sleep around, you would have no problem with me. If it's your body, your choice, and you can sleep with as many men as you want to, and I was coming from that perspective and preaching that narrative to you guys would have no problem.
Modern day mindset.
But again, we're using marriage for the sake of this conversation because a lot of people are going to find loopholes if we don't use that. So we're going to talk about it from the marriage perspective.
And if you're talking about from the marriage perspective, technically, when you are getting married, in most cases, somebody in your family, most of the time your dad, he's giving you away, right? He's giving you to your husband. Technically, your body belongs to your husband, right? But I do understand there are going to be times, there are going to be days, and sometimes weeks, or a week where, you're going to have time to reset for that month. We're going to go into it, but you guys you get the point. There are going to be times, there's going to be days outside of that you might, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm still trying to recuperate from dang on 2 days ago. Can I get another day? I understand that. Listen, especially those guys that, listen, the fellas that are packing a little bit more than the normal guys. We understand that young lady is going to need a little bit more time to recuperate. And I respect it. Like, listen, hey, give a little bit more time, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get my little workout in and whatnot. And we'll resume. We'll catch up. We'll do this thing tomorrow. But not necessarily asking or looking for that thing every single day. I don't know too many people on this earth that can go 365, 7 days a week doing that. I don't know too many people that can honestly keep up with that thing. Like, we had Scottie Pippen's wife I think she was capping about it. I don't think there's nobody out there that can every day, from what did she say? Over 10 years? Man, come on. Come on, fam.
A lot of y'all be married, and if I'm saying that is a need, a necessity in your marriage.
Wait a minute.
A lot of y'all.
Yeah. Wait. Hey, don't come for me. Don't come for me. I don't care if the ears down in the comments, man. Listen, I will come to Georgia and we will settle this, young lady. Hey, it's a reason why. All right. It took me a little time to understand that, some of us have a little bit more or bigger equipment than the rest. All right. So all I'm saying is, for those guys, we have a better understanding for that. That wasn't to brag. I'm just saying, man. Come on now. Continue. Come on.
Oh, my body, my choice. No, not fair. Not this, not that, not
Continue. Come on.
Combative. If you want to be in a relationship with a man,
Speak.
Okay, let's start there. Let's underline that. Let's put that in capital letters, in bold, and underline it. If you want to be in a relationship with a man, okay, emphasis, circle the man. You have to understand their nature, their mindset.
Come on, girl.
You have to.
Come on. Come through.
You have to.
Facts.
You cannot walk in blindly to a job that you did no research about. You have no idea what the position is that they want you to be in. You don't know the criteria. You don't know nothing.
Expect to be successful.
About nothing about the job. And they walk in there for the interview and they're asking you, what would make you a good suited person for this position? And you like, I don't know. They're going to say you're unqualified because you did not do your research. A lot of women are unqualified in relationships because they don't do their research.
Hold on now, wait a minute now. Now let me check with my manager real quick now. Some of the stuff can get you canceled, man. We good? You sure? All right, now I need to make sure before we continue, because some of the stuff on certain platforms they'll get you for that.
Search on men as a whole, and then on their own man.
And we just speaking
Don't know him.
about the truth. You can't tell the truth on some of these platforms.
They know they homegirls to the T, but don't know their man.
Ooh.
Mind you, their homegirls not doing nothing for them.
Be careful.
But you see that man is providing provision, protection, leadership. The list goes on. But they don't know him like that. They know their homegirls. That's why I say if you want to be in a relationship with a man, because I think there's a lot of women that have followed up this feminist mindset that in actuality cannot stand men so much they don't realize that they tipping over to the other side of the spectrum where their counterpart is actually a woman, but they're still trying to fit into a relationship with a man. But how can you fit into a relationship with somebody that you hate? How?
This young girl over here, does anybody know how old Rivah is? Does anybody know how old Rivah is? When I tell you she cooking on all freaking cylinders right now, man. You got so many out there, and I have seen it on my Facebook countless times. You got some women are in a relationship or have been blessed enough to be married, but when you ask them about men, when they speak about men, when they post things about men, it's all negative. And I'm like, yo, how in the world is that the guy in your life, how is he still there? In a lot of different cases, before long, those guys be like, you know what, I can't do it, man. I can't do this any longer. Or those women, they get in their doggone feelings and they surround themselves around women that think like them, that convince them to leave their husband, leave their man. And you look at them a month, 6 months, a year down the line, and they're crying on social media, complaining and talking about, I had it good. The man that I had, now that I've had some time to think about it, was actually bomb. He was a great guy. But I chose to listen to all the rest of those other chicks tell me this and that, and not realize the error of my ways, and not realize that I was going down the wrong path, and I end up running that man off. Or I left. In a lot of different cases, that guy ended up getting with a young lady that appreciates him now, and she ain't letting go. Like, I don't care who you are. I will fight you over this. I will fight you over this man. But the issue is, a lot of men out here right now today are sleeping with the enemy. That's gonna be a whole nother podcast right there. That's gonna be a whole nother video, a whole nother live stream. There are a lot of men out here today that are sleeping with the enemy. Fellas, yeah, I understand that a lot of y'all need sex, but before you get to that point, you need to make sure the person that you're laying down with is not the enemy. All right? There are a lot of coaches and all that thing that will, they'll speak against or assisting yourself, if you know what I mean. But man, I think it's always better out than in. You know what I mean? There's a balance. I'm not saying go crazy or whatnot, but I do understand, again, men they have needs, and they need some type of outlet, and all the time working out don't always work. I think y'all ain't gonna hear this from me. Any other coach out there, any other person out there that's giving you advice, most of them always speak against this stuff. But I have seen a lot of guys allow that pent up energy to get them into situations that they shouldn't be in. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of post-nut clarity, but that itch is real, right? You sitting there thinking about calling and hitting this young lady up. And you like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really feel like dealing with her. She got a bad attitude or whatever. Bam. All you got to do is help yourself. That one time and just keep it pushing, man. I promise you, right after, you'll be thankful that you didn't go out there. You didn't spend the time to drive over there. you didn't have to worry about spending any extra money, whether it's gas or charging or whatever, or you got to get her something to eat, you got to bring her something. And then if she does have a bad attitude that can possibly mess up, the way that you're feeling right now, man, listen, I'm not about to risk all of that. I would much rather just go ahead and take care of myself and keep it pushing. In some cases, that's okay. Y'all ain't gonna hear from nowhere else. I promise you. Most guys, most men, they speak against the stuff, especially on these platforms. But again, there is a balance. All right, I'm not saying go crazy with it. So there are some people out there that do have problems, do have issues, and to those people, I encourage you guys to go seek therapy, go seek some help, because this is not something. This is just something just to get you through the next day. This is not something that I'm relying on. Like every day, I got to have it. Again, if it's to that point, then we might be looking at an issue or a problem. All right, but there are different ways to let off that energy, whether it's through running, exercising, speaking, talking. Again, helping yourself, but it's just different ways, man. I would not encourage people to use that every time. Like it's good to have a balance with that thing.
How?
Y'all ain't get us nowhere.
How? Don't make sense to me. A lot of women try to put their mindset onto a man.
Wow.
A lot of women. I see it happening over and over again. They try to make that man think how they think. No, you know what makes him special? It's because he's a man. He thinks differently. Mm-hmm. You think differently. That's what's so special about the situation, is that the two of you are two separate entities coming together, and two separate thoughts, when they come together, can create a greater thought process. But no, you want one thought process. You just want to think one thing. You like the like of yourself. You can't really like a man the way how y'all be talking about them, the way that you guys villainize them.
Come on now.
Which leads me to my next point.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
A lot of the women were like, oh, that's my feminist voice. Oh, the misogyny, the patriarchy. A lot of the women were like, oh, this is so toxic. This is toxic masculinity at its finest. Oh, I'm so sorry. You obviously don't know yourself and love yourself. You clearly have daddy issues because you love men and you put these men on a.
What that sound like? Shout out to the late great Kevin Samuels, man. Shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. That's sign language. When I tell you, so many feminists use sign language when they don't agree with you, instead of just having a conversation, asking questions to get a better understanding for why people think the way that they think. I would much rather just go ahead and use the sign language, because it works in a lot of cases, because it's going to help them get you off of your square. And that just makes it a lot easier when it's like that. Always stand on your square, man. Don't never allow anybody to get you off your square, especially when they're coming with the same old ish. Shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. You need to be able to recognize that thing from a mile away and stand.
A pedestal, and you deserve to be this, and you are this, and blah, 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 blah. And I said, and I do. I be knowing. The thing is, a lot of these women that come on, these feminists that are so upset, a lot of them come in swinging, and they think because you are speaking from a feminine perspective and speaking from a certain mindset, and that you respect men and that you esteem men and you honor men, a lot of them think that they could just talk to you any kind of way, and because you're feminine, you're not going to respond, forgetting that they're another woman.
All right, settle down, baby Jack. Settle down. Calm down, Tom.
I can be feminine and still put you in your place and still hurt your feelings, and I didn't curse you out or disrespect you.
There's no need.
Because I'm cold like that. Like, I got it like that. I don't got to get riled up. My blood pressure don't got to be high. I don't got to use profanity, but I'm going to check you. Because you're not going to come over here with that foolishness and think that you're going to come over here swinging, and I'm just going to stand here and look at you like, I don't know what's going on. No.
Okay, so it's different. Mentally, physically, or whatever, man. Virtually, whatever you want to call it. If it's just words on the internet, you don't have to check anybody. As a young lady or as a man, this is why I continue to tell you guys to stand on your square no matter what. Just because somebody is saying something does not mean that you have to retaliate. Does not mean that you have to check them. All right? Especially if you are on your platform. You're getting paid for the comments. You're getting paid for the likes. You're getting paid for the dislikes. You're getting paid for the watch time. There is no reason why in the world why you need to step outside of that being professional, especially when you are on your platform and things are being done over social media. This is how you make your money. All right. So I understand if you're baiting people, asking them questions or whatever, and you're trying to get a better understanding or whatever, but you have no reason to check anybody. Listen, I'm gonna get paid regardless. Whether you can hate it or love it. The more that you hate it, I appreciate it. The more you're gonna comment, the more you're going to bash, the more that you're gonna do the most. You can be up under every single last video, up under every single last post that I create. I'm making money off of it. So I don't have any reason to check you. Especially if you are a young lady. Stay in that feminine. That is a beautiful thing. And again, we're not talking about anybody, trying to cause you physical harm. All of this stuff is over social media. You don't have to check anybody. It is so beautiful for a young lady just to stay in that feminine. Don't let nobody get you off your square.
You're going to go right back to wherever you came from with a new thought process. And what you're going to remember is, I'm not going to fool with her.
And there are ways that
let me not fool with her because she just read my whole file.
Without doing that. There are ways you can do that without doing it.
And it's so easy because a lot of them be coming and being so disrespectful and combative, and all I got to do is go click on their profile, and I'd be like, oh, you it says in your bio that you don't even like men. In your bio, it says that you are actually in a relationship with women. So why are you in this conversation? Because we were talking about men. We said men need sex. So this don't have nothing to do with you. So what you over here for? Are you trying to recruit me? You trying to recruit me?
I feel like it was a different way that she wanted to go with it, but she didn't say what she wanted to say. I'm pretty sure it's some other stuff she wanted to say.
No, ma'am. No thanks. No, thank you. That was just a little disclaimer. Okay. Anyway, a lot of these women like the like of themselves, and they're lying to themselves.
Come on now.
They're lying to themselves. If you X out your counterpart and you cling to the women who are like you, what do you think the next steps are going to be?
Hold on. Baby Jack, calm down, man. If you want, bro, go check. She has her own YouTube channel, and she has like a TikTok and everything else. Go ahead and go holler at her, man. Before you do, you better change that picture. Like before you do, go change that picture. Grief.
You're gonna run every man away.
Come on.
You're going to stress every man out. You're going to be combative with every single man that you come in contact with.
Right.
Just to find out that all of the patriarchy, misogyny, all this stuff is in your psyche, marinating in your psyche. And so when you see a man, the first thing you're going to think is that he's beneath me. I don't respect him. That's the first thing you're going to think. And women are so easy to be.
And here's the thing, man. Like, okay, she's definitely speaking facts, and this is a lot of these women's reality. The only thing is they don't want to admit. They don't want to admit it, even though they show it on how they live their life day by day. They show it on the things that they post. They show it on how they act towards the men that are in their life, and that's father, brother, cousin, boyfriend, husband, every day. Like, we see it. We see how you feel about men. And the only person that you're not being honest with right now is yourself. Like, just keep it a band and just say that. And stop wasting these guys' time. If you feel some type of way about men and that's where you want to be in life, then don't have one. Just stay single. Go on those girl trips, live that hot girl summer or whatever they call it. And just call it a day. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and fast forward a little bit, guys, and see what some of her callers say, and we're gonna get to it. All right.
Is also gone, which is kind of scary. Feminine TV, if you can just show me your face from the back, just so I can make sure that we're all good and that it's you.
Oh wow.
And then I can let you up on screen without your face. But
yo, this was smart. This is the reason why her platform has been protected as long as it has, because she's taking these proper precautions. Like, I see a lot of channels that have been deleted because they didn't go about doing it. If you invite anybody onto your platform, you got to be careful.
I just want to make sure it's you, because people be doing some weird stuff, okay, online, and I got to be careful.
Yeah.
People, okay, girl. Oh, hey, girl. Look. Okay, sorry. All right. All right, so let me go ahead and bring her up. Welcome. I think you're on mute, but welcome.
Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right, she sound a little feminine. Let's go. Hey, I get excited I get excited when I'm around a feminine young lady or there's a feminine presence in the room. Listen, man, I soak all of it up, man. I'm telling you, that's what honestly keeps me going on a day-to-day basis. There is absolutely nothing like being around feminine energy. Nothing like it, man. And I'm just blessed. Man, I'm about to pack my dog on my stuff up and go take a little trip real quick. For real, we got to get up out the studio real quick.
Okay, well, first of all, Rivah, I'd like to say I've been tuning in for a while now. I started my channel, so this is my channel name, but I was going under Alexa Lene. So if you've seen me around, peeking around, but I really appreciate you so much. But what I wanted to say, this conversation was loaded. Oh my goodness. But it was definitely needed. I think.
Hold on, girl. Let me give you a wrench. I'm listening, but I want to give you a wrench while you're sitting here talking too.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So this is really loaded conversation. However, I think it's so interesting that as soon as men will ask a woman who supposedly loves them for anything, they're like, no. There's always some sort of feminist sisterhood response of why they can't do this, they can't do that. However, all of the requirements that they have from the man are exactly the same.
Speak to
I cannot imagine loving a man, liking a man, but especially not loving a man and not doing what he would like me to do. I mean, that's just common decency, I think, especially if you're in a relationship, especially a marriage. Goodness gracious. Like, you vowed to be with this man for the rest of your life. But he's like, hey, can I get some It's like negative. Negative, no, I can't do that for you. And I think that's strange to me.
Sis, Can I tell you how much I agree with you? Because you just said something that is so key. Something I did not even get to in the live show. I meant to put it on my piece of paper, but I forgot it. But you came up here on the right tone because he has vowed, okay? And that's why I said, especially if he was a player from the Himalayas in his day, okay? Especially if you know that this is somebody who can and would possibly have options.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He is now vowing to be with you and only you. He is vowing for the rest of his life for one cookie. Just one.
Just
cookie.
one.
A piece.
A
And
piece,
you
right?
telling him he can't get a piece when he feel like it?
Mm.
He's vowing for the one. He's loyal to the. You want him to be loyal to the one for the long haul. To the one, the same one that if you are not skillful, which I always say, like, there's so many other things to talk about with women that it's hard to get into some deeper conversations that can actually help because we still trying to get them to just listen on the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew
but
it.
if you're a woman and you
But I said that though. I feel like it's some things that she wants to say, but she's not really going in right now. And I sense that too.
are not skilled, okay, if you're not skilled, that one cookie can get real boring.
Come on.
It can feel the same. Okay, it can feel monotonous if you catch my drift. If you are not skilled as a female, as a woman.
What that mean? What that mean?
But then you're telling him, yes, you are committed to this one cookie, but nope, you can't have a piece. Not even if you feel like it. Not even a little bit.
It's just beyond me. It's beyond me, especially a man is protecting you, providing for you. Like, you know how good that feels when a man's like, I got you. He got you for real. And that doesn't make you want to like lift a leg a little bit. Like, are you serious? Like, just a little? Like,
That'll make you want to turn. All right, this side.
right. Like not even a little bit. You're just like,
Yo, I'm laughing, but this is so freaking true, man. You got majority of men out there, especially majority of guys that I know, that are willing and they are constantly going and doing everything, for their girl. Like, I'm trying to make sure that we gonna be straight. It's always we. I'm trying to make some money so me and my girl can go on a trip. I'm trying to make sure, make some money so, I can take her out this weekend. I'm trying to make sure that we're going to be straight. We're going to be good. And y'all not even willing to, like they said, lift that leg up? You ain't even willing to lift that leg up? Let me tell you something. When I was with this young lady, when I first moved to North Carolina, she told me I got forever access. And I was like, what the hell? What does that mean? She was like, I don't care what type of day I've had. I don't care what time it is when you come in. I don't care, if I got a headache. You always have access. And if it's that time, you ain't gotta worry about the legs, but these hands and this we gonna do work. You're always gonna be taken care of in that manner. I'm talking about always. There is never going to be a time where you have to worry about lifting a hand in that man. Like, I got you. Now, I did have to lift some hands because she was heavy duty back there. So you got the, you know what I'm saying? She had the cheeks. She had the cheeks. But like, that was one of the very first times that I heard something like that. I was like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? And I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying, maybe she's just saying that, she's just speaking, she's just talking that talk right now. But the entire time that I was around this young lady, and I ain't gonna cap, I did make the mistake to I ain't even gonna use the natural excuse what most people use, claiming to be young and dumb. But I was in college. I had a ton of mother flipping options. Let me tell you something. A ton of options. And I was out there, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, yeah, I mean, it's up, but man, whoo, it's honestly women out here that understand and that thinks like this. That's the reason why I was laughing so hard. I was like, yo, this honestly puts me in the mind of the women that I have been encountering since I've gotten a little bit older. There is not going to be a time of day where you do not have access to me. Man.
Like, no, I don't want any of that. And that's bizarre to me. I think it's unnatural, to be honest. Like, I feel like therapy needs to be had.
Yes.
Because something you don't want to be intimate with this person. And again, that's assuming that, there's no issues directly relating to that in the relationship, like you mentioned. But you don't want to receive this man.
Right.
How do you not want to receive that kind of man?
It might be too big, man. Hey, give us some time, man. I'm telling you, hey.
But this also leads to, is this another woman? Marital conquest.
Hold on.
If you would like to come up and be a part of the conversation, I would drop the link for you, ma'am. I love when women are a part of this conversation, because the thing is, for this conversation, right? I was saying it earlier, like, we already know that majority of men are going to agree with what I'm saying. But I think women think that these conversations are had just so I can get men to agree with what I'm saying. And that's not what it is. It's so that women can have the understanding. Men already know this. They already know what they want, desire, need, what they want out of relationships. They're aware of that. It's the women that other women need to hear saying, hold on now, you need a deeper understanding. That's not what we're talking about. That's not what it is. It's not about trying to be the best or look the best. It's not about that. It's about actually walking the walk. Oh, marital conquest said that she's cooking. All right, I respect that, because I'm about to start cooking in a second too. But what you're saying though is so true though, Femininity TV, because at the end of the day, when it comes to relationships, right? A lot of people are getting into situations and are broken. And I said this too on my TikTok. They beat me over the head for this again. But a lot of them they weaponize and villainize sex because of their own traumas that they have not dealt with. Because the way that you and I, right now, we're having this real and raw conversation about sex, and you're like, you don't want to give him a little bit. Like, we have such a jovial, jokey, happy manner about it because of our experiences with it. But a lot of people don't have positive experiences with it.
Yeah. And this is why it is so, like, I understand this, right? Because it's two ends of the spectrum when she's talking about this. On one end, it's a traumatic experience where, certain people went through things in their life, and that's the reason why they kind of traumatized when it comes to, what we're talking about. And I understand that. And that's, it's important for us to go to therapy to try to get the help. Not necessarily saying that, everybody that goes and speaks to a professional, goes and speaks to a therapist, are going to be cured, are going to be, good, but at least take that route. And now on the other end of the spectrum, you got women out here that do have this understanding, right? They do understand that, this man is doing all these different things for me. And one of the young ladies that I'm talking about, she was an older chick or whatever. I want to say I was in my mid-20s and she was in her early 30s. But she had an understanding of, if I have a man that's willing to rock with me, that's willing to work, that's willing to, provide, different things for me, that's willing to be faithful, and, that honestly shows that he cares about me, then I'm going to make sure that he understands that I'm gonna let you know that I belong to you. And man, we gotta do the whole
because
live stream
either they
after this.
entertaining
We'll live again
somebody
after
who
this.
was never taking him serious in the first place, and so he gets what he wants and he leaves, and they're sitting there wallowing in the pain of being alone and not feeling wanted and still not feeling fulfilled, or trauma from their childhood in that way. And so they cannot look at it in this way, and they will get into relationships and say, no, my body, my choice. No, 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 no. And be so upset and angry about it because of the things that they've gone through. And so what you said about therapy is extremely vital. And I think that a lot of people have kind of strayed away from these conversations. One of the main people who would always talk about therapy, bless him, is Kevin Samuels. He would always talk about it.
Yes.
A lot of people, I said this before, I have to say it, a lot of people have kind of like gone more into the entertainment space than actually having like the real, fledged conversations that are necessary for our growth as people. And therapy is extremely essential for a lot of people. I think everybody needs some form of therapy, in my opinion. I think everybody could use a little bit of therapy, but there's some people who have real problems that are going to prohibit them from being in healthy relationships, and they could absolutely benefit from that. For sure.
See, it's the first time that I've seen this, but she's saying some of the same things that I was just saying. Some of the exact same things that I was saying. She just made, putting in different words. She's a lot better with words than I am, but saying the exact same thing.
For sure. So I love the fact that you said that.
Absolutely. And I agree with you. I do think everyone needs therapy. It's highly beneficial because you're coming out of your parents, either one or both, possibly guardians, care. And sometimes not everybody gets the best situation with that. And not and as a woman, if you didn't have a father, you are under a sisterhood type of mother and aunties and grandmas and that whole lineage, then you don't realize how jaded you really are without even having a whole bunch of experience. Right. So I definitely think that's vital because that's supposed to be, and this is for the sake of the conversation, husband, this is your husband. This is right. You had this whole big old wedding, spent all this money, got in this dress, called all your family and friends.
How do we get here?
Exactly. You did all of this. Yeah. Went on your honeymoon, and now in your day-to-day, you're telling me that you don't want to connect with him anymore. Like what happened?
Where was the disconnect? And you're bringing up another part too. That a lot of the women were talking about, and most of these conversations, women will say stuff like, oh, well, he doesn't help me with the kids, he doesn't have me, he doesn't do. And this is why I say it's a want for women and a need for men, because if you prioritize it and it was important to you, you would ensure that you say, babe, when you come home from work, can you help me do when we come home from work? Can you help me do this? And can you help me do that so we can get those kids in the bed so that me and you could get in the bed? Like it would be about a conversation, not just like, I can't because you don't. And so if you did this, then I did this. Well, you're commanding him, but you're not having like a real connective conversation because you want something better. You just want to argue. And
even if you don't want to argue, in what world does this honestly make sense? I'm going to go to a grown man and tell him this is what you need to do, instead of having a conversation, asking questions, get a better understanding, hopefully a better outcome. Approach that thing as a woman. Approach that thing as a person that's in their feminine. Approach that thing like I am a wife or a girlfriend, or let's stick to a wife speaking with their husband to get a better outcome. I told so many people this: you will get better outcomes in life if you use your superpower. If you are a man and you stay in that masculine no matter what. If you are a woman and you stay in that feminine no matter what, I promise you, you will get a million times better outcomes when you stick to your superpower. Don't allow anybody to get you off your square. Men, you need to be leaders and lead. All right. That don't mean that you need to force anything. All right. I'm just going to be stern in what I say or whatever, but there are certain ways how you need to go about handling things. Young ladies, you can get a man to do anything, almost anything that you want, if you stay in that feminine. I'm telling you, that is the loudest freaking perfume that any young lady can put on. That's going to help you stand out from all the rest. That mindset and that your femininity.
And tell him no because you got a headache. How many headaches do you have?
Chronic migraine sufferer, like every night with you. And you're right, like having that conversation will allow your husband to bridge that gap for you, because maybe you need a little extra inspiration. I don't know. I think paying the bills is enough inspiration and protecting, but maybe you need a little bit more pizzazz to it. I'm sure he won't mind throwing in just a little extra so that he can go ahead and get a piece of what he needs.
Sis, I feel you so deeply on this conversation. I really, really feel you on that, because the thing is, even just the leadership alone. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Just a man in his full nature alone is great. Okay, but attach that to somebody who is committed to you, like committed to you being the best version of yourself, committing to leading you, guiding you, providing for you, protecting you. Like the women who experience relationships where, and I'm gonna
stop it right there, man. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up right here. What she is talking about is something that I try to point out to most of those women that haven't gotten that experience with certain type of guys. And that's a man that's living a type of lifestyle that I tell most men that they need to be living. Trying to improve constantly every single day. Be that best version of yourself. And although a lot of us are not going to reach that, you need to strive for it every day. I'm looking for improvement every single day in every aspect of life. Like I'm trying to be a better version of myself. All right. I want to hit the gym. I want to work out. I want to get better. I may not have that rock solid body that I want right now. Those abs, those arms, those quads, whatever. I don't have it right now, but every single day I am trying to improve on that. We're going to hit the treadmill for 10, 15 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, whatever that is. We're going to hit these weights when I get up in the morning, in the middle of the day, before I lay down. We're going to drink water. We're going to work on communicating effectively. I'm not trying to do these things so, I can one up, but I want to be better for myself, not for anybody else. I'm not trying to get these abs. I'm not trying to get, this nice body because I want to get this young lady to look at me. No, man, that thing needs to be internal. All of these things are internal. I want to be better for myself. I want to do better for myself and the people that I would love to be in my life. I promise you, they will align themselves with you. That's in relationships, that's in business, that's in the whole nine. When you are giving off a certain type of energy, when you are putting in that work, those type of people will naturally start to surround themselves with you. Because just me speaking from a person that lives most of their life like in the public eye, anything that I'm doing is posted. Whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn, or whatever, most of my life is lived in front of a camera and in the public eye. And when people see this, you're going to have a lot of different people that's going to want to do different things with you, different collabs and all these other things. And the person, those women, fellas, that understand how it is that they should be operating. They understand who you are, how you operate. I'm putting this thing out in public display. People already know who I am. This is who I am. I'm not candy coating, sugar coating anything for anybody, right? Again, I am still trying to do better. I'm trying to be better. I'm not out here walking on the back of my house shoes, wearing a do-rag, pants sagging. No. When I step out, I'm trying to step out looking presentable. Hair neat, facial hair neat, teeth are brushed, smell good, look good. I feel good about myself. I'm being positive. So when people see me, they see that energy. It's going to be positive. And I have seen this thing in real time. Negative people, they cannot live around you long term. They just can't. Those people that you should not align yourself with, I promise you over time, they will always drop off because they can't keep up with that. But the people that are positive, the people that you should continue to align yourself with, I promise you, if that's who you are at the core, that change is really happening at the core. Those type of people are going to stick around long term. I'm sitting there looking at the camera like y'all can see me. But those type of people, they tend to stick around long term. They don't disappear. They don't go anywhere. I always got your back because this is exactly who you are, and I support every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every year of that because I love that positive energy. And this conversation is not a conversation that you should have to have after you become involved with someone. That is why it's important to have these conversations before you get involved. All right? Men need sex, and I agree wholeheartedly. I also agree that women need sex as well. You just have to make sure that you align yourself with the right type of people. And even if that young lady is not there just yet, fellas, do the work on yourself. Align yourself with the right people. Ask those uncomfortable questions to get real answers. And I promise you, your life will be so much better. So much better. It don't get any better than this, man. I continue to tell you guys that it's better on the side. It is 1,000,000 times better on the side. And if you make the right choices, you make the right moves as far as having these type of conversations, working on yourself every day, things will be better. But it's up to you to change. It's up to you to make those necessary adjustments that you need to make that a lot of people don't want to make. A lot of people don't want to do the work on themselves. A lot of people want to be lazy. They want to stay complacent. And that's the reason why, these type of conversations exist. I don't think that these type of conversations should honestly, it shouldn't even need to be said. Men need sex. That's obvious. That's obvious. But when you say stuff like this, like she said, she had a video that is over 230,000 views right now, over 1,500 comments, and the majority of those people are disagreeing with her in some type of manner, and most of them are women. That's a huge problem. Most of them are single women. Most of them are single women that want a man in their life, and they can't even understand this basic concept that men want or need sex. It's unfortunate, man. It's honestly unfortunate, but like I tell you guys from a day-to-day basis, man, listen, we are not out here trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho. I'm not in the convincing business. If people want to pick and choose to live their lifestyles like they're living it, they want to believe certain things, let them believe it. But the people that are on the fence, the people that want to do and be better, my messages and my reactions are for them to get a better understanding. We watch these videos and we react to these videos to get a better understanding for things. And I try to provide some type of clarity behind that. And you feel free to ask any questions during these live streams, after these live streams, and I'll do my best to try to answer your questions. Or you can even bring them to the next live stream and I'll answer them on there. All right. But anyway, until the next time, man, we're actually going to be going live again because I want to keep cooking tonight. We've been having some really, really good talks, and I don't want that thing to die down right now. We're going to go right back into it. So y'all be expecting me to go live right after this. All right. But anyway, until the next time, man, y'all be blessed. Y'all be beautiful. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And before we get out of here, this video is sponsored by Ava Estelle. All right. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. What's going on, y'all? So today we're going to be talking about Ava Estelle. So this is actually a company that I've seen on Facebook, and they caught my eye because I've seen all the reviews actually came from people that look like me, people with that melanin skin. So I checked out their website, and they actually have over 170,000 happy customers, over 295,000 products delivered, and 4.4 stars on Trustpilot. And they give you a 100-day money-back guarantee. So I end up going with the Ultimate Body Care Set, which is the activating body scrub, the magic cream, and last but not least, the summer body cream. So for the first step, that activating body scrub, what you're going to do is you're going to take it and you're going to rub it in a circular motion on your face or on your body. And after that, you're going to leave it for 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, you're going to go ahead and wash that off. So after you have washed off all of the activating body scrub, then you're going to grab the magic cream and you're going to rub that in a circular motion onto your face or your body. And the last step is by far my favorite because it smells the best. Right after that, you're going to take the summer body cream and you're going to rub that on your face or your body. And this stuff smells amazing. And it gives you that nice glow when you step outside. And the ingredients are 100% natural. And so I've actually been using it for about 30 days now, and I can honestly see a huge improvement in my skin. Feel free to check out my channel, KD's Empire, to see a day-by-day process on how everything is going. But don't worry, there's plenty to go around. They always have sales and deals going on. I'm going to leave a link down in the description below for you guys to go check them out. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. Make sure you use KD15 at checkout and you'll get a nice little percentage off. All right, guys, don't forget to click that link down below. All right, y'all be blessed. Y'all be beautiful, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.